Tonight, we're diving in to Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. So three little homies is strutting through a wedding party when suddenly they get snatched up by an OG sailor. Yeah, this ain't no joke! So then the young fool's like, yo, get your filthy paws off my silky drawers. But then the little player gets transfixed by his glittering eyes and he sits back down on his little rock and has to listen to the mariner's tale. The old mariner starts to talk. And he says that in his young hustling days, he sailed on a gang-banging, finger-licking, dirty jizzle out of his Tizzle harbor. So they just sailing on, chill as a little ice cube, and then they come across a big old albatross. So some of the sailors think this albatross is a good luck charm, because he's bringing a breezy old breeze up all in this ship. And then the mariner pops him in the dough piece with a crossbow! Now the other sailors are all fixing to shank that cat right through the curtain because he done killed their good luck charm. But then the fog has lifted and they can see clearly now because the rain has gone. Pretty soon the sailors lose their breezy breeze and it gets straight up hot. And now my players are blaming the old mariner and they think that this straight up spirit whacked out is hustling their chisel into the ground. And now all these slimy creatures is coming out of the water and strutting around on the ocean. So now all the sailors are going crazy and they hang that dead albatross right around the ancient mariner's neck because he done bust a cap up in his head. Now my players are straight potch, so when they see a ship come by and they yelling and screaming, they can't make a sound. The ship gets closer and closer and closer. And then they see who's on it. Death and life. Death. Now all the sailors, they drop dead as a doornail. They taking a dirt nap right now. And so, the wedding guest is all like, yo, ancient mariner, you a ghost? And the ancient mariner's like, nah, bro, I'm right here, ain't I? Now that mariner is on a straight out acid trip because he's just sitting down on his little boat and he sees all these dead people and they looking straight at him in the eyes. And then he starts feeling all guilty like he stole that last cookie from the cookie jar. And you know you wasn't supposed to steal that cookie from the cookie jar. And your mama comes and she yelling, you crying, and you try to lie to her, but you can't. Because you can't put that cookie back. No, you can't. So now the mariner, he's looking out over the ocean, and you know what he see? He see all these beautiful, colorful, pretty sea creatures just swimming around and he just want to hold them and cuddle with them. And he way up and he feel blessed. And it's a beautiful thing because then the albatross done straight dropped off his neck and sank into that dank ocean. Goodbye, bird. Peace. So the mariner takes a little nap and then when he wakes up, he sees that it rained down on his little ship because all the buckets are filled with water. He's not thirsty anymore. And then a big storm comes and it's raging and there's lightning and he almost gets capped up in there. But not quite because the storm never touches him. And then all of the dead rise up again. They go all Davy Jones up in here. So these zombies, they just walking around and sailing the ship around like it's nobody's business. And all of a sudden, they all circle up around that mast like those Who's down in Whoville singing Dabu Doris around the Christmas tree. And they just sway back and forth and they singing at the top of their lungs and suddenly the soul's done hop straight out of their bodies. So the mariner's just sitting all alone on his ship when suddenly a spirit comes and tugs on that boat real hard and knocks the mariner right over. So while he's just sitting with his eyes closed, he hears these two little voices just fluttering up above. and they say that he's done some bad stuff, but there's more bad stuff to come, nah I mean. So now, the mariner is all by his lonesome up on his little ship. And then he's looking at the ocean, and he's looking at the sky, and then he's looking at the boat, and then he's looking at the dead people, and their eyes, they just looking straight back at him. And then he's looking at the ocean again, then he's looking at the sky, and those eyes. He just can't take his eyes off those eyes. And now, the breezy breeze is back! So he's chugging along on his little boat, and then suddenly, he sees a light at the end of the tunnel. Know what I mean? He's not dead, it's a lighthouse! Land ho, player! So then the mariner sees all these corpses just drop straight dead to the ground, cold as the dirt. And then, above them, standing above every single one, is a shiny ghost. And they all just wave goodbye. So then the mariner hears some voices from afar, and lo and behold, here comes a little ship coming to save him. Now there are 3 people on this ship. You got the pilot's son, and this one awesome hermit, and he just the coolest player around the town, you know what I mean? He just saving lives and talking to mariners, and he makes everybody's day. So now the pilot's approaching this ship because he sees all the lights from the ghosts, but he doesn't know where they're coming from. But as he gets closer to the ship, he's just straight freaking out because that ship looks nasty. It's been through all those storms and all the crazy stuff that the mariner's been through, and it looks just like me after a straight night clubbing out. So now they are safe on shore, but the hermit goes and he looks straight into the eyes of that ancient mariner, and then he flips out because that ancient mariner looks crazy. So the hermit asks the mariner, "Yo, you real or you just want ghosted out play?" And the mariner tells him the whole story. So once he tells his story, he feels free as a bald eagle. And now he tells the wedding guest that whenever he feels like he's got to tell that story, he just sits right down and tells that story to whoever's next to him. And he says that that wedding guest, he needed to hear that story. Maybe you needed to hear it too. Next up, the eyes. Now the eyes are all up around this little poem 3 times in the first 5 stanzas. Now the mariner's glittering eyes are what holds the wedding guest from going places that he shouldn't be going. Now a little quote for you here. He holds that dude up with his wild, freakadelic little eyes, and he can't go nowhere. Or at least something like that. And now, the mariner is getting held up by the eyes of his dead crewmates. But oh, more horrible than this is the curse of the dead man's eye. Now what's all this to do about eyes in here? That's right, player. It's a symbol. Now what's the symbol about? The eyes symbolize judgment. Now, the mariner can't escape the guilt-inspiring eyes of the dead people around him that he done killed. Pretty much. And the wedding guest, he can't escape that crazy glare from the accusing mariner. It's all crazy up in here. And so they learn from this judgment that they gotta reform their lives or they're gonna make some bad mistakes. Now our final topic of discussion for the night is the coming of age story. Now, any hustler with an elementary school education and a pair of reading glasses can tell that the majority of this story is about that ancient mariner developing as a person. Now, that ancient mariner, he's straight hustling along in this little story. And he starts out as a little innocent, cocky little guy, just like a hustler who just hit the streets. But by the end, he's straight rattled, and he is a changed man. Now, he may have lost his jovial disposition and his winning smile, but he is sure the same old hustler that we know and love. Just a better person because of it. And he earned some street creds, nah mean. And now it's the same is true for our wedding guest after he hears the story. A sadder and a wiser man, he rose the morrow morn. Now this story of the journey of the ancient mariner, it's something we all gotta experience, or at least hear about. But hopefully it don't take zombies to tell you what's right and wrong. Thanks for listening, yo. And remember, don't go shooting any albatrosses.
That's all, folks.
What's it do, y'all? Tonight we're diving into Rhyme the Ancient Memory. Let's get funky.